Hello and welcome to one and all. This is Shaista Fatima and you're watching Awaz-The Voice. Welcome back to Shaista's podcast, and today with me I have a very special guest. Let me introduce you to Mr. Shariq Adeeb. Sir, please apna introduction there.
My name is Shariq Adeeb Ansari. I belong to Muradabad in Western UP. I did my schooling from Sherwood College in Nainital and subsequently my graduation and my management from Aligarh Muslim University. Since my university days, after my graduation, we had a group of friends. We were active in cultural, social problems of AMU. So subsequently we met around dhabas of AMU, discuss about the problems of AMU Muslim community, especially Pasmanda community, because we were the Pasmandas.
So basically, sir, you are a committed social activist who is working towards the reforms, as you mentioned, of the Pasmanda community.
I was a student first at that time because I want to complete my education.
Okay.
Then after that, I thought I should give my time, instead of wasting my time in films and movies, to this cause, because this is related to me, because I got it from my grandfather and my father.
Okay. So, sir, like the term Pasmanda is recently coined. So, can you please give our viewers a brief introduction as to what Pasmanda is, what it stands for?
It was not recently coined.
Okay.
In 1979, on 14 November
Okay.
1979, at Talkora Indoor Stadium, there was a Tabqati Muslims Federation
Okay.
under Dr. Mr. Kamil Qureshi.
Okay.
And my father was the group member of that, community
Okay.
member of that, and in which Hemwati Nandan Mohana, then Chief Minister, former Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, was the chief guest. About 2 months back, I discovered a pamphlet of that.
Okay.
So I was amazed to see that Pasmanda word was not coined by so-called leaders of the Pasmanda community now.
Okay.
Who were the ex-MPs from Bihar. But it was not Pasmanda actually, it was Tabqati. Tabqati means classes. Tabqati Muslim Federation was developed in way back in 1978, and its first function was held at 1979 at Talgora in Indoor Stadium, New Delhi. So it was coined way back, not now. So you can say, because I have documentary proof of that.
But, sir, like your the association that you're associated with, All India Pasmanda Mahaz. So what are the major points that you guys are looking forward to? What are the reforms that you want to bring in the community, and what is it? What is the way forward to it?
See, we are not a organizations who do charity.
Okay.
Who do health services, we focus on education. Education is important too.
Okay.
We are a organization who focus mainly on the political things, because without political power, nothing happens. We want that our people, our masses should get political power, because according to 1944 survey, which was done by the Britishers, 88% of the Indian Muslims who are living in India are Pasmanda Muslims.
Okay.
And Muslims are divided into 3 parts: Ashrafs, and Arzals. 3 parts. Nobody knows about that. Before that, we spread the idea. We tweeted Prime Minister. We wrote letters to the Prime Minister, and we were fortunate enough that this is the only first Prime Minister in India who listened to us, who spoke about it. Otherwise, there was no Prime Minister in India who even gave a word to us.
So you're saying that Prime Minister Modi is the first Prime Minister who has given an identity to the community, who is trying to bring reforms to the community. And like you mentioned that 88% of the Muslims in India are the Pasmanda Muslims. Can you briefly describe the community as such, that why Pasmanda? Why is there a word specially coined for the community?
See, Pasmanda are those is a Persian word, who are left behind.
Okay.
In Persian. But basically, we Muslims, the 4 Muslims caste, Sayyids, Sheikhs, Mughals and Pathans, they came beyond the Oxus. They came to India. They were a ruling class. They ruled India. But 88% of Muslims got converted from Hinduism or Jainism or Buddhism to Islam, seeing the same status. which was promised by Sufis to us.
Sufis to us, yeah.
But it never happened. It never happened on ground.
Okay.
So the majority of the Muslims who converted were Ansaris,
Okay.
Safis, Salmanis, Qurayshis, and there are 74 castes. I had a list of it. I will give it to you. 74%, and then Dalits.
Okay.
The Hindu Dalits converted to Muslim. Dalits are halal khors, Valmikis, Mochis. They are halal khors. They converted to us. They converted to Islam. But they never got representation. It happened all due to the movement led by Jinnah. दो कौम में नजरिया दो कौम means two nation theory.
Yeah.
Two nation theory belongs the Muslims who were two nation community were only ashrafs. Even Sir Sayyid considered Muslims to those who were ashrafs.
Okay.
In his book Awaz-The Voice, he says कंपनी बहादुर से सरकशी करने वालों में सबसे आगे बज़ार जुल्हा था. And his book तारिक़ बिन्यार he says ये मदरसा उलूम मैं टेलियो नाइयो जुलाहो के नहीं बना रहा हूँ, ये मैं अशराफिया के नहीं बना रहा हूँ ताकि वो अंग्रेज़ी पढ़ें और अंग्रेज़ की गवर्नमेंट की नौकरी हासिल करें, जो उन्होंने की भी. और उसका समर जो था, फल जो था, वो पाकिस्तान था. पाकिस्तान के रूप में वो फल मिला. अब then people say, why you relate Pakistan to Aligarh? So,
is there like what I understood as a student basically who is learning the ropes of whatever is going on, the present socio-political, economical conditions that are there prevalent in the country, do you think that somehow Pasmandas were socially and economically left behind? Nobody catered to their needs and nobody looked after them. Is that what you are trying to say?
Absolutely, you're right. Nobody looked at us. Even our mullahs, our Maulvis. You see how many bodies do we have? We have All India Muslim Personal Law Board. How many Pasmandas are there in board? No one. How many Pasmandas are there in Milli Council? No one. How many Pasmandas are there in other organizations? Or how many madrasas are motives of the principals or vice chancellors of the university are Pasmandas? No one. Even in the Aligarh, Jamia Millia Islamia, Jamia Hamdard, Maulana Azad Foundation, or other government organizations, there was percentage of Pasmandas is countable on fingers. You can count them on fingers.
So, is there any particular incident, like are any historical events related to this particular marginalization of the Pasmanda community in the government sectors, like you mentioned? Like, is there, like, can you mention some of the historical events that you are aware of?
In 1989, when VP Singh government, who was a Masiha of Muslims, who was a Masiha of the social castes, OBCs and Dalits, Sayyid Shahabuddin was a prominent MP from Kishanganj, Bihar. When the reservation bill was passed and Mandal was going to be introduced in parliament, he stood up and in the parliament and said, there is no caste in Muslims. Muslims are equal.
Okay.
On the floor of parliament,
okay.
You see Raghunath Mishra Commission report, you see Sacha Committee Commission report. Muslims are equal. You see the representation of the people in government.
Yeah.
Sayyid Shahnawaz, he's a BJP MP. He was cabinet minister in Vajpayee government. Sayyid Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, he's a cabinet minister in Narendra Modi's government. Ahmed Patel, he man who ran Congress government for 10 years, Manmohan Singh government. Then you see Ghulam Nabi Azad, he's a Ashraf. Then you see Salman Khurshid Saab, he's a Pathan from Qayamganj. Man who was foreign minister of India. The list is on, gone. How many Ansari? Except one, Ziaur Rahman Ansari, 84, who was kicked off due to alleged rape scandal.
Yeah. So, do you think that, is it representation that you are seeking? Like, what are the reforms that have happened? Like you mentioned that...
Reforms, first of all, educational reforms are going on.
Yeah.
It will go on. It will take time. It is a long process. But without political representation, nobody feels empowered. Democracy, heads are counted. And we have larger number of heads. So we should be given representation instead of ashrafs.
So do you think that Prime Minister Modi is currently working towards it? He is trying to bring Pasmanda community at par with the other communities.
When Prime Minister is speaking, Prime Minister of India speaks sense.
Okay.
He don't speak nonsense.
Okay.
When Prime Minister speaks, it matters.
Okay.
And it matters is give us power, is give us ambitions, is give us hope, and hope is there. Or inshallah Rahman, I feel like this hope will be communalized into a reality soon.
A reality soon. Okay. So do you think that today social media, like I have many acquaintances who belong, like you mentioned, to the Ansaris or the other Qurayshis or the other one that are there, I'm forgetting the name.
Safis.
Yeah, Safis and the other ones as well.
Mansuris.
Yeah, but nobody is vocal about it. Like, but today, in the age of social media, where there is Facebook, where there is Instagram, where there is Twitter, where there is LinkedIn, do you think that these platforms are bridging the gap and the
social
youth is coming forward?
Social media and your Android phone has given everything in your hand. You can look what you are. Earlier, majority of the Muslims, and I have seen people in Aligarh, when I was in Aligarh, who were Pasmandas, they were ashamed to say that we were a Pasmanda.
Okay.
They were saying, nahi sahab, hum to Pasmanda. Chhodiye, hum sab Musliman. But now, due to our struggle and due to the acknowledgement by the Prime Minister that Pasmandas has not given their shoe, BJP spokesmen are saying that we are Pasmanda. Former journalists are saying we are Pasmanda. Now everybody is saying they were. So it's a major achievement to us. It's a victory for us. Okay. When the people are saying that we are Pasmanda, welcome, join us.
So what about the youth? Like, is the youth coming forward right now? Is the youth more vocal about it? They are more aware of it?
Youth community, youth people, youth boys or girls, they are the power behind us.
Okay.
Because the crowd, the more youth management, the vocal voices, the management of the youth is very important. Youth can destroy, youth can create. So we are leading the youth, especially the Pasmanda youth, towards creativity, towards development, towards knowledge, towards power, towards achieving power. Because youth can be used both ways, in a negative way or in a positive way. Beside toxic ways, we are using youth, we are asking youth to be towards their energy towards creating India, towards developing India, because India is our homeland. We can't live in Taiwan, we can't live in Yemen, we can't live in Syria. We have to live in India. So live in India in a better way, to develop yourself, to be more faithful. We are Indian first. Islam is our deen. Nobody is asking us to leave his deen. Deen is our Islam. Alhamdulillah. We are Muslims. We are proud of it. We are Muslims. But we are Pasmanda Muslims. We are Hindu. We are Hindustani Musliman. We are Desi Musliman. We are not Videshi Muslimans. This is the point.
Okay. So that was a very assuring, I would say, a very assurance, it comes out as if you are saying out loud to all the Pasmanda Muslims out there that it is your country, it is your nation. Absolutely. You need to be proud of it.
Because our forefathers were Hindus. We were converted.
Okay.
We were converted. We got gift of Islam from Sufis.
Okay.
We respect them. Sufis, we love them. But the ascendants of the Sufis didn't give us respect. They used to call us Jula, Teili, Nai, Chamar.
Okay.
Halal khor. Okay. One is halal khor. Aap kaun hai? Aap.
Okay.
So what is like that, na?
Okay.
So we are Muslims, but we are Indian Muslims.
Okay.
And we haven't got our due.
Okay.
And now time has come that we need our due.
So what is the way forward?
Political things,
Political power. And what about education and social
reforms? Education has come a lot of way. Education is coming. And by political power, if someone is MP, like Danish Azad is a minister in UP, lot of people are connected to him. If Kaiful Vara Sahab is a Urdu Academy president, lot of people are connected to him. So you got someone, this Danish Bhai sitting out there in UP. I will go to him, I will meet him. Kaiful Vara Sahab is sitting there, I will go and meet him. Lot of people are coming. So we need political power to do work. Easier work. I'm not saying that a Muslim should be minority minister. A Hindu can be minority. First of all, I'm against this concept of minoritism and non-minoritism.
Okay.
Anybody can represent. When Smriti Irani is doing better work than Muslim ministers, I feel like. Okay. But representation should be given to Pasmanda Muslims. Should be given to Pasmanda Muslims.
Okay.
Not Ashraf has got Pakistan. They have gone their due. They have ministers in Congress regime. They have got ministers in RJD, Janata Dal regime, Janata Party regime. They have got representation in all the governments. Now its time has come in BJP government also. Ashraf has got their due. Now time has come for the Pasmanda Muslims to get their due. Simple things.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
So much for
Thank
coming to Shaista's podcast. And we hope that whatever points you made would be heard and would be viewed by the viewers out there. So, viewers, it was all today at Shaista's podcast. Hopefully, I'll meet you soon, some other time, some other day, but in the same studio. Thank you, and signing off.